This is the Ringconn Gen 2 Air. Aside from a couple of feature differences and much cheaper MSRP, the Gen Air 2 is pretty much identical to the top-of-the-line Ringconn Gen 2. Let's dive a little deeper and see what that means. The Gen Air 2 at $200 undercuts the Oura Ring 3 Horizon version by $50, the Ringconn Gen 2 by $100, the Ultra Human Ring Air by $150, and Samsung Galaxy Ring by half. Ringconn and Ultra Human services also have no subscription fees, so that's a major plus. The Galaxy Ring is kinda sorta free, but you need to buy a Galaxy phone to unlock all the features. Tracking and monitoring performance is on point. The rings capture sleep stage, activity, and heart rate, so I wore each ring on my ring fingers and swapped them on alternate days to compare captured data. And man, talk about twinning. Like sleep, movement, heart rate, and stress levels were neck and neck for the most part. I mean, there were days when the Gen 2 Air was about 20 minutes off actual sleep times and too conservative with my activity score compared to actual, for what it's worth. The biggest plus for the flagship Gen 2 is sleep apnea monitoring, which the Gen 2 Air doesn't have, and really not what everybody needs. It's super useful for me, but that's probably because I'm old and don't feel like dying in my sleep just yet. But anyways, check out my review of the Gen 2 above where you can find out more about the effectiveness of Ringconn's tracking system and app. The coating, at least on the silver version I have, is the most durable I've seen so far. Other rings had visible scratches within the first 2 weeks, whereas the Ringconn is only just showing hairline scratches after 3 months, for crying out loud. Have you seen how thick the other rings are? Somehow Ringconn manages to keep this all svelte, like 3.1mm at its thickest point and 2mm at its thinnest, yet not sacrificing battery life. And speaking of which, I regularly get like 8.5 days with all monitoring turned on. Straight up, if you put Ultra Human, Oura, and Samsung rings in front of me, I'll be inclined to choose the Ringconn. And no, they didn't pay me a lick to say any of this. I've used enough smart rings to know that if I prefer something thin, comfortable, durable, and with consistent health monitoring features, monster battery life without breaking the bank, I'll go for a Ringconn every time. Thanks so much for watching, guys.